What's up, my brother? The 7.5 anniversary is reaching its climax, and things are getting interesting. We have a video teaser, strong hints about who the next EX is, and a lot of questions about whether this anniversary is actually going to deliver. Today, I'm breaking down everything: the last EX prediction, the meta impact, and what you should do with your rainbow diamonds. Okay, first things first, the theme. They just dropped a video teaser, and I want to be very clear about this. We are 100% back in the Egghead arc, okay? The teaser looks really good. I really like it. The visuals, the energy, the vibe, everything about it screams Egghead. So if you're still holding on to hope for a Dressrosa unit, an Awakened Dolphin, yeah, I also want an Awakened Dolphin, but I think they're canceling it. No more Awakened Dolphin for us. No more Shamrock. But at some point, Shamrock might be an EX in 8th anniversary, so I can still save for him. But Awakened Dolphin, that's not gonna happen anymore. Or let's just wait. Who knows? So Egghead arc is fully locked into 7.5 anniversary. I'm not complaining, but there's only one EX that's on my mind right now who fits to be an EX in Egghead arc. So my prediction is, of course, Gear 5 Bonney should be, and based on the looks of the banner, looks colorful. Maybe this is Bonney. There's no way this is Emet, right? Emet might be possible at some point, but a slight possibility. But there's a huge possibility that this is Gear 5 Bonney. And look, I've been saying this for a while now. Bonney and Gear 5 Luffy fighting Siren in the Egghead arc is one of the most iconic moments in the recent One Piece episode. Not the recent, but in the episode. So it makes complete sense for OPBR to capitalize on that. So again, we might get a collaboration, Bonney Gear 5 collaboration, where when Bonney attacks, Gear 5 will just pop in and that's it. So you can't change. You can change unit. I hope it's like that. So you can pop Gear 5 while popping Gear 5 Bonney. That would be nice. Wait, is that even possible? I haven't tried it though. Alright, now, is Emet still possible? I would say yes. Again, Emet is still in the picture, but it's a slight possibility. Is the higher probability right now is definitely EX Gear 5 Bonney. The Egghead teaser, the story, everything. It points to her, okay? But at some point, I'm thinking about Emet. Yeah. Or maybe I'm just tripping right now. Now, here's the part that's a little disappointing. We're only getting 2 EX units this 7.5 anniversary. And look, based on our history, recently, we've been getting 3 EX this past 0.5 anniversary. So dropping back to 2 EX feels like a step backward. But when you think about it, for 0.5 anniversary, historically, it's always been 2 EX. The 3 EX pattern was something they introduced more recently. So in a way, this is just going back to the original formula, which is good. Like, don't be too greedy, Mr. Tanapi. 2 EX is okay for 7.5 anniversary, even though we got used to 3 EX and now 2 feels underwhelming, but it is what it is. At least the 2 EX they're giving us should be quality over quantity. But yeah, the bird is not a good quality though. The bird's not burden. Easy to counter if you're popping the counters. Easy to stop, but I really hope this next EX or the last EX in 7.5 anniversary is actually a nice one who can balance the game, and not too OP, but can balance the game though. Now let's talk about cost, because this matters for everyone planning their rainbow diamonds. EX Marcus was actually pretty cheap in my perspective. So what about the second EX? My prediction, around 3.2k if it's Gear 5 Bonney. Yeah, 3.2k for guarantee. And since this is the last EX of 7.5 anniversary, the devs know players have been saving. okay? They know everyone is sitting under rainbow diamonds waiting for this moment, and they're going to price it accordingly. And we are getting debated by these rebanners or EX rebanners, so yeah, they might turn it up at some point. But I'm hoping, genuinely hoping, it comes in around 2.8k rainbow diamonds for guarantee. That is also possible. That will be reasonable and fair for a 0.5 anniversary unit. So right now, you want to have at least 3.2k rainbow diamonds ready. That's your safe number. If it's cheaper, that would be great. If it's exactly 3.2k, you're covered. But yeah, we're gonna get some rainbow diamonds, and it feels like we're gonna get 300 rainbow diamonds. Maximum 300, or we can get 250. I have a feeling it's another 250, but 300 is still possible. I'm gonna try to ask Mr. Tenapi to give us 300. Okay, so what role do I think the second EX is going to be? My honest feeling, it might be an attacker. A defender would also be really nice for the meta. And look, I wish it was a runner, but there is absolutely no way they drop a back-to-back runner EX units. Marquez was a runner, so runner is off the table. Attacker or defender, those are the two realistic options, but I think defenders are doing fine in the meta, so adding a new defender might not be the best thing to do. So they might give us an attacker though. Am I saying we need an attacker? Not really. An attacker who can balance everything, not a broken one, but can counter the broken ones to balance the game, and can get countered by the old units. So that's what I'm thinking about though. And what does the meta actually need right now is a hard counter to Zoro Sanji duo. That unit is just too crazy right now. Everyone has seen it. Everyone is feeling that damage, right? Or is it only me? Because Zoro Sanji dominates League at almost every level. If the second EX can hard counter Zoro Sanji, the meta completely shifts. Or at least lessen the Zoro and Sanji in League. It's too much though, really. And if EX Gear 5 Bonney can do that, she becomes an instant must pull for everyone. So will the second EX actually change the meta? To be honest, brother, I have a feeling it might change things, but the character won't be too broken. Here's what I mean. If they drop something completely broken like Nusjuro level broken, the game goes back to one unit dominating everything. That's not fun for anyone, right? What the meta needs is a unit that's strong enough to compete with Zoro and Sanji, and let's say the bird, but balanced enough that it doesn't completely invalidate everything else. If EX Gear 5 Bonney can sit at the same level as Zoro and Sanji, match them, counter them, go toe-to-toe, that creates the balance the game desperately needs right now. And then suddenly Gear 5 V2 becomes relevant again as a counter to Bonney, and you have a rock paper scissor meta instead of just a one unit dominating everything. That's the dream scenario right there. Will it happen? We'll see. Okay, so what should you actually do with your rainbow diamonds right now? Here's my advice. Usually the last EX is the best one, okay? Usually. And I've been targeting the last EX every single time before. So unlike the first EX where I'd say wait and see, for this one you can be a little more confident in pulling when it drops. But, and this is still important, okay? Check the impact in League first. Even if it's the last EX, it might not be broken. What if the unit is balanced and Zorsan can still fry it? Then it becomes a skip, right? But I doubt though. Well, the rule is pull when it drops if the early League impact looks good, like if it's dominating instant. Or when they do a live stream and it hard counters Zoro and Sanji, then go for it instantly. Well, I think 24 hours is enough, or let's say 2 hours is enough to check if the unit is broken. Like wait for 2 hours or play for 2 hours, check if that unit is broken, then go for it. But again, usually the last DX is the broken one or a good one, and target 3.2k or 3,000 rainbow diamonds before they drop it, so you are ready. If you have less, that's okay. The free rainbow diamonds they give during the event will help bridge the gap, okay? And for F2P players specifically, save for guaranteed. Really, don't spend those 300 or 400 rainbow diamonds and cry because you got shafted. Brother, that's 300 and 400 though. Look, I have 1k right now. It's not even enough, so I'm cooked. And if you got lucky though, this is really good. If you got lucky and get this second EX in 7.5 anniversary, you good to go. It will last for 6 months. You good to go. You can save and wait for the next anniversary and summon again, which is nice though. That's the trick when it comes to summoning in this game. We've been doing this back then, trying to get the last EX, and once we got the last EX, we're just gonna wait and save our rainbow diamonds and not even gonna try to get any rebanner or new Bountifest character. So we can survive the game for 6 months, but yeah, the downside is you're gonna play a single unit for quite some time. But as long as the unit is fun, then still enjoyable though. So that's the full 7.5 anniversary Climax breakdown. EX Gear 5 Bonney is most likely coming. We're getting 2 EX total, and your budget should be around 3.2k at least. Who knows though if it's more than 3.2k, but I think it's 3.2k. And hopefully this unit finally gives us a hard counter to Zorsan. This anniversary has felt a little boring, honestly. No super hype unit so far, but the second EX has a chance to change all of that. Let me know in the comments. Are you excited for the second EX? Do you think it's Gear 5 Bonney, or who do you think it is though? Let me know in the comments. And you know what? That's it for this video. You know the drill. Stay salty, stay awesome. It's Salty Rock. Now signing off.